Beginning in child's pose, we're going to stay here for a few breaths, toes together, knees apart. Try to bring those knees mat distance. I do apologize in advance. I didn't have my camera the best angled, so there are parts of this video where some of me is a little bit cut off, but you can still definitely see the positioning of my body. But anyways, allow your crown to just gently rest on the mat. Stay here for some nice, deep, long ujjayi breaths, connecting with your thoughts, slowing the thoughts, walking the hand slowly over to the right, left hand on top of right. And notice on your next inhale, if you tuck in the belly, how that can help send your hips back a little more. Nice, slow, deep breaths. Slowly walking the hands all the way over to the left. Right hand on top of left. Once again, sending those hips down towards the heels. And when you're practicing your ujjayi breath, it should be slightly audible, really constricting the base of the throat. And slowly come on to your hands and knees for tabletop. Take a few rounds of cat and cow. Inhale, dropping the belly, arching the spine, gaze towards sky. Exhale, round, gaze towards navel. Just moving at your own pace. And I want you to really focus on filling up those lungs, gaze towards sky. Really empty those lungs, gaze towards navel. Had I removed that headband, it was bothering me. On your next inhale, open the right hand, thread that right arm through, dropping the shoulder, walking the left hand forward. And I want you to think about walking the left hand in line with your crown. On your next inhale, maybe open that left arm up for a bind. You can also just leave your left hand on the mat. On your next exhale, coming on out exactly as you got in. We'll do the same thing, other side. Inhale, open the left. Exhale, drop that left shoulder, thread the needle. Walk that right hand forward. Square those hips. Taking a few ujjayi breaths. Inhale, open the right, if that's in your practice, and take a bind. Maybe one side feels different than the other, and that's okay. On your next breath, come on out exactly as you got in. We're going to go ahead and come all the way down to the belly, bringing the arms out to a T. Extending the right arm out, bringing that left leg up and over for a nice shoulder opener, nice reclined twist. As a tattoo artist, this always feels so good, and especially just opening my shoulders first thing in the morning. This is just a very nice, slow, easy morning flow. Switching cheeks, extending the left arm out, bringing that right leg up and over, using your right hand as a little kickstand for balance. If you wanted to take this deeper, you could also open that top arm. Slowly come on through to the belly. And we're going to come back to the hands and knees and then walk the hands forward for puppy pose. I want you to think about dropping that chest straight down towards the mat. And then inching your spine through, come on up for baby cobra. On your next exhale, send the hips back for downward facing dog. Think about creating a low arch in that low lumbar. Keeping your gaze towards your knees, your thighs, engaging all parts of the hand. On your next inhale, extend the right leg up. On the next exhale, bend that right knee, stack the hips. Think about bringing that heel towards the glute. Back to three-legged dog. Right knee to right elbow. Inhale back, right knee to left elbow. Warming up the core. Inhale back, knee to nose. Inhale back to three-legged dog. On the exhale, bend that knee, flip for a wild thing. I'm sorry, we're just flipping your dog here. Inhale back to 3. On the next exhale, right knee to left elbow. Then open up for your wild thing. And send the hips back for down dog. Maybe pedal it out if that feels good. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, bend that knee. Inhale back to 3. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. Inhale back to 3. Exhale, left knee to right elbow. Inhale back to 3. Exhale, bend that knee, stack the hip, flip your dog. Inhale back to 3. Exhale, left knee to right elbow. Come on up for your wild thing. And send the hips back for downward facing dog. Inhale, shift your gaze forward. Exhale, bring feet to hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale for a forward fold. Maybe stay here for a moment. I'll be honest, I have a bit more rounding in the spine there than I would like. Inhale, sweep the palms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale for a halfway lift. Nice flat spine. And again, we're going to open up the backs of those hamstrings. Maybe bring our peace fingers around our big toes. Think about bringing the chest towards the thighs. I would like to see my spine a bit flatter here. We're going to go ahead, bend the right knee, bring our feet a little wider than hip distance, then bend the left for a nice twist. On your next inhale, go ahead and plant that right palm, open the left, and maybe take a bind for another spinal twist, opening those shoulders, and then reverse the other side, using your breath for that inhale to open up with a bind. Gaze over that shoulder up on top, and then release. Inhale for halfway lifts. Exhale, plant your palms, step the feet back. You can also hop straight back to chaturanga. Inhale for upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Once again, making sure we're engaging all parts of the fingers, all parts of the hands, so not too much weight is in the wrists. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, bring the right foot outside of your right hand into your lizard. Maybe take a modified lizard, turning those toes out, coming on the outer edge of that right foot. You can stay up in the palms or drop down to your forearms. Nice flat spine, keeping that chin lifted. Because the moment we look down is the moment we begin to hunch. No hunching here. And if you want to go maybe a little deeper, you can begin to open that right arm, maybe bend the left leg, grabbing the outside of that left ankle for a twist. It's a nice opener in that quadricep and hip flexor. And then release, coming back to your lizard, and then walk that right hand forward. Once again, keeping that chin lifted, nice flat spine. Walk those hands back. We're going to come into a twist here. So shimmy that right foot over back to center. Nice strong prayer hands. Maybe come up on those back toes for a twisted crescent lunge. You also can just keep that left knee down. Inhale, palms up. Cactus, open that chest. Plant the palms. Step that foot back. And take a vinyasa. Inhale, left leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale, step that left foot through, outside the left palm for a modified lizard. Turn those toes out, let that knee drop, come on that outer edge of the foot. And if you want to go deeper, come on down to your forearms. Now, I would actually like to see my elbows a little more in line with my shoulders there. So try to keep that alignment in mind. If you want to go deeper, open up that top arm, grabbing for the outside of that right ankle. for a nice twist. And then walk that left hand forward. Nice long Ujjayi breaths. And then walk the hands back towards the body, shimmy that left foot over. We'll come into a low lunge twist. Inhale, palms up. Right elbow outside of left knee. Prayer hands nice and strong. Come up on those back toes for a twisted crescent lunge. You can also just keep that back knee on the mat. Inhale, palms up. Exhale, cactus. Step that left foot back and take a vinyasa.